So Shadow of a Doubt is its own special sort of game. It's one of those things where you've seen YouTubers play it and you're wondering, is this the type of game that I'm going to really enjoy and get into, or is it just the way it's edited? And to be honest, it's a bit of column A and a bit of column B. This game is really, really cool. They've tried to do something really unique and unusual, and I really like what they've done. The whole detective game concept has been tried before and has failed miserably in most games, so the fact that they've actually done something so incredible really deserves some credit. It's one of these games where you'll enjoy it if you've got a bit of an analytical mind and you like the whole kind of trying to solve the problems and taking your time and trying to come up with weird methods to solve odd situations. Admittedly, there are exploits, there are guides, there are ways to solve murders faster, but for the most part you really want to just go off and explore and kind of write your own stories with this one. That's kind of where it sits. It's in a weird spot. So, like, obviously you're a detective, you live in this incredible city where it's like, it's generated, and there's also a campaign as well, which is what I'm doing in the video, but for the most part, yeah, generated cities. You've got all kinds of different types of killers. You've got things from snipers, like you've got the satanic kind of cult killers, you've got the whole sort of like jealous lover, stalker killers, all those sorts of things, and basically every 24 hours someone dies. Every 24 hours, which is pretty cool, unless you catch the killer. Sometimes I think you can get like a grace day, but it's pretty cool. Like, it just kind of rolls over from one game to the next, and that's kind of cool because like the clues and the information you get from various people can continue. I guess one of the big challenges is that there are ways to exploit the game, so the game is very much what you make of it. Like, you could go to the city hall and just review every single profile of every single citizen, so that as soon as you start scanning around a crime scene, you can find the fingerprints and find the details of the person that you're after and be good to go. And you can do that, but you're really robbing yourself of the experience. Like, this is a game where it's kind of what you make of it. Like, the stories that you come up with along the way, the experience, kind of coming up with your own little dramas, or, it's pretty bizarre and it's pretty cool. So personally, I'd say I'd recommend it. I know I can be pretty hard on games most of the time, and I would caveat this with just saying that at the end of the day, like, it depends what you're into. It's not a co-op game, and I don't necessarily know if it could work as a co-op game, although it could be quite cool to have random people join into your city and act as NPCs or murderers or a fellow detective and help you out. That could be incredible if the devs want to go in that direction. That could be a hell of a lot of fun. That could be pretty freaking hilarious. And obviously you'd have the capability of doing this on LAN or over the internet. And I can imagine that working really well. However, I can see there would be challenges with net coding and having thousands of NPCs. But that could be a really cool next step. Anyway, I'll maybe do a separate video for development suggestions and see how that goes. But for the most part, yeah, like, it's a really solid game. There's a lot of really cool mechanics in it. I won't try and spoil too much of them right now, but there's a lot of different approaches you can take towards solving a murder. And the fact that you can't actually kill anyone is actually a really good thing. It doesn't sound like it should be, and it's something that doesn't get mentioned, but it actually really is, because it means there's no easy way out or lazy way to kind of solve things or just get what you want. You have to kind of deal with the repercussions of your choices, the enemies you make along the way. You can obviously exploit the game. There's a lot of different approaches you can do, but I think that's true for a lot of single player games, so I don't think it's fair to be super hard on that, and I think a lot of critics have been a bit unfair on this game, in all honesty. I think, personally, give it a go. It's not super expensive. Pick it up on special, or if you're really keen, pick it up at full price, and just have some fun. And you will definitely get at least a minimum of kind of 20 hours of play out of this. I can see myself going back to this game later as well. And I'm definitely looking forward to more updates and seeing where the game goes. I think the devs have got a really cool concept here, and they've got obviously a passion for coming up with something new and different. I actually quite like the graphical style. I thought it would frustrate me, but I actually really enjoyed that aspect of it. And personally, I reckon this is the kind of game that it's worth giving it a go, and it's worth supporting this creativity. And I think that's where I'll leave things for the review. So I'd say yes, but would be my kind of review of this whole thing. Yes, it is a very awesome game. It's very clever, it's very unique and stuff, But if you're not after a game where you're going to go and solve crimes and you're going to go and sneak around and try and solve things, and you want the easy way out and you want to just get into combat or something else like that, obviously not your game. And obviously it's also another co-op game. Doesn't have to be, but obviously I've got a bit of a soft spot for co-op games, because finding genuine co-op games, not PvP games, is obviously a bit of a rarity these days and underrepresented. But this game itself, Shadows of Doubt, I do recommend it. I wouldn't necessarily say highly recommend, just because I think you need to caveat it with the type of person that plays it. There's a certain type of person that will enjoy this, and there's a certain type of person that won't enjoy this, and there probably won't be a lot of people in between. So I think it's important to caveat that for this, and if you think you'll be interested in it, give it a go, figure it out. Worst case scenario, you can always refund it. However, I suspect that if you're the type of person who likes these types of games, you'll really enjoy this. So that's my quick review. Granted, it's a bit longer than some of my other ones, but hopefully this helped. Feel free to leave a comment, or a like, or a share. Ideally comment if you disagree with me, or if you've had some really cool and unique experiences in the game. I'd love to hear some stories about it. Alternatively, if this saves you a bit of money, feel free to like and subscribe. I'm always happy to save people money if they're not going to enjoy a particular game, because it doesn't mean it's a bad game just because it's not right for you. And yeah, happy for people to comment in below. I really encourage conversations, so if people want to talk and discuss what they liked, what they disliked about this game, what they think about my review or whatever else, go ahead, knock yourselves out, have some fun, and I will engage with the comments. So yeah, all the best solving mysteries if you choose to solve mysteries, and if you choose to do something else, good on you. Have a good one.